Welcome to EVE Online. I'm Major Freak. I'm kind of surprised I haven't done a video specifically about my overview yet. Okay, so I have an overview customized. I've been customizing overviews since 2014 when I started to figure I had a handle on things. Lol. So 6 years later, I've got a better understanding of pretty much everything. I hate nullsec, I hate wormhole space, so anything mainstream for what is the, I just got, he's putting them out recently, it's the mailing list, this guy, ZS overview. It's great for a lot of things, especially nullsec and on fleet stuff and wormhole, and it's great, except it's not tailored for lowsec at all. The exploration is great, but I've never really got into exploration a lot. I would like to tailor my overview a bit more for exploration. I need to get into that. On my short to-do list is try out abyssal sites. But for now, it's pretty good for mining and, yeah, lowsec. I've got combat, I've got capitals, I've got fighters. That's added a while ago. I've changed the colors, I've changed the tabs around. And I'm comfortable with this right now. This is basically my see all the drones and my loot and PI infrastructure kind of thing. This will see citadels as well, the Astor houses. None of the refining or anything like that. Just the Astor houses. These are just stargates. You also see war targets. This is for docking only. No upwells. Yes, upwells. So NPC and upwells. This is asteroids, not the belts. I tend not to have belts. You know, if you want to find belts, you can go right-click asteroid belts and add it anywhere you want. It's not really a priority, I've found. If you've got an asteroid belt, you've probably got it on your watch list. I mean, your locations. It's I find as a miner, if I need to have asteroid belts on my overview like that, I'm doing something wrong. Seriously. Okay, so PvE's got the stations, the planets, and the stargates all together, and viewing pretty much everything. It's your go-to for everything without having everything. And my everything folder even has the moons in the HUD. You can see it in space. It's great. Brackets, if you will. Technical term for it. It's pretty much showing all the brackets. These are customized colors. They recently instituted changing the actual color. I haven't played with it yet, but I think it's high time, and this is why I started the video, to get into the colors. But first, and I've got, as you saw, I've got differing bracket settings than my overview settings. Sorry about that. And this is basically show all brackets. I've just got everything in there. And each time I make sure I've got all what CCP is added in this category. And I keep a close eye on what's actually going on. Sometimes they just don't put it in the patch notes. Yes. Okay, so I'm up to 66th edition. And you can find those in lowsec overview right here. I've got the patch notes, and I've got further patch notes that go back in time if you want to see those. It's immensely helpful. to have the patch notes. Figured, okay, he's changed it. What did he change? You know. So that's what I do. I tell people what I changed. And these are, I tried to make a collection of other people's overviews, but most of the people I know aren't A, interested in my overview, and B, don't really update theirs a lot, and it's kind of messed up. So yeah, it's either this or ZS. So yeah, this was a failed experiment. Anyways, so I'll close this out and I'll start from scratch. Oh, I won't close it out. I'll go to MISC. Reset. There we go. Okay, so your basic overview is going to be these columns, and they added velocity, thank the Lord, to this. So most people were like, I like it really small, but you don't get velocity, you don't get transversal or corp or alliance or anything. You just there, you got it. And mining's fine. You just yada yada. Don't really care. Warp 2, this confusing morass of stuff. You don't really get stargates a lot. If you want to see just stargates, or just want to see only stations, or maybe you want to see, no, it's just, you'll see everything, especially the depot spam when you're flying to Jita, or you see giant cans everywhere with advertisements. Yeah, no, not a fan of that. And trying to pick war targets out of the morass is, yeah, it's not very smart. Thanks, CCP. Anyways, to unbleep it, I will, you just click on the overview profile. You'll come up, check the all, make sure you can see the moons in space. Good. At least I've fine-tuned it. It's really hard to make sure that the you can see the moons in space. It's a hard thing to transfer. So I've, at least for now, successfully made it happen. Now when I do that, I've got these little vertical lines. Just I made a break in the tab name, and I've got these little vertical lines that I just line up, and I've already done it myself for the columns, and they line up. And so from now on I can zoom it to minimum, I can zoom it out, and this is where the enemy NPCs and everything else, the PvP like e-war stuff comes up here, and you really, when you have it here, you won't see the angler because it'll be clouded over. So I move it just about there, so you can see like 4 or something there. But when you're mining, you don't really care. So you can go all the way, and I've made it so that you can drag it to minimum, and you can still see tags, which is very useful when you're mining. Combat, not so much, but it is helpful. And plus, when you've got customs offices, you can drag it out this way, and you can widen it, and you go, okay, great, I can see everything. And then when you're done, you can go, oh, where did I have it? Right there. You go back to normal and go on your business. So it's really helpful. I enjoy it. Highly recommend it. And now let's play a little bit with the new colors. This should be red. Okay. It should be brown. And this should be okay, yellow. And this should be green. And this should be, oh, I see, it's coloring everything. Oh, I get it. And it looks like my coding is overriding their coding. Interesting. Hopefully I can take advantage of that. And mining... Whoops. It's light blue. Wait. Light blue? Wait, this... Crap. Okay, I guess I'll have to go aquamarine then. Thanks, guys. You utter turds. Okay. And... purple. Oh, you don't have purple. Oh, aren't you smart, you retarded chimpanzees. Okay, well... And the last one is black. Okay, that's null, I guess. And what's that? Alright, that's... and what's white? Cute. What's that? Eh. God. What is this? What? How can you... Oh my dear God. You kind of despair at the intelligence of the graphics department, don't you? It's like, or maybe it's developers who just don't have any idea about HTML. That's kind of sad, isn't it? Or maybe basic colors. It's like, God, infuriating. Anyways, that's your color choices. I'm not sure how it'll translate to when you export it. This is kind of cool because you don't really need to, if this is going to be set this way, and unfortunately I don't think it's going to change the color of this though, I'm afraid. Let's try something. Let's try experimenting here. We'll add asteroid belts to that, not saved, and then I'll go save current selection as derp. Okay, that's dirt, right? But it's not colored at all. Nope. I just can't change the color of that. Okay. So it'll change this color, it won't change this color. Which is the main reason I had the colors changed for the top, is when you've got this and you're like, it's like, what, sometimes it's really hard to tell, especially in certain backgrounds, you know, with certain stellar backgrounds, which one is selected. You're like, do I have transit selected? You're like, I'm not really sure. It's like kind of hard to tell, especially if you don't really know the exact color of your, you know, maybe that's a bright color anyways, like which one is selected. This helps you. You go, okay, I've got this one selected. So I don't know what CCP was thinking exactly when they thought this up, but it tells you they literally don't have a clue how to play their own game. Like, they literally don't. It's like, are you new here? Oh wait, you are, because you haven't been drowned out and spit out by the usual bullshit of CCP's corporate ethos. Ugh. I've been bitching too much, so they started to kick me off. Big brother. Yeah. So that is the new colors they instituted. I was interested in experimenting and showing you guys my thoughts about it. And they're not very good, are they? I have more control of the colors, thank you very much, through HTML, and I'm not a coder. I mean, that's the bad side. But, you know what? kudos for them for instituting it in February and following through with it in March or in April. Whatever, 2 months. That's pretty good. I first saw the first signs of it, and we're telling people on ZNS Discord that nobody paid attention to me because they're like, hmm? But yeah, they started to put coding in there, and I'm gonna look at the exported file and see what changed, what it looks like when you export it. There we go. Yeah, and I'll post in the description what exactly I found that's different now that they've instituted this newfangled colored system, which would be kind of fun. Alright, get back to normal. There we go. Make sure all the columns are proper, and yay, and get back to watching the gate. Yay me.